We're joined by Chris Freeland, who's the managing partner at Baker & McKenzie. Chris, welcome.
Thanks very much.
Now, Chris, you've just come back from Manila, where Baker & McKenzie hosted its annual Asia-Pacific Partner and Client Meeting. Looking at the meeting as a representation of the Asia mood more broadly, what is the investment outlook for Australia over 2013?
Look, I had the chance to speak with a bunch of our clients and partners from offices in Asia as well as globally. It's clear that the US is a tough market. Europe, of course, is a very challenged market. Here in Australia, it's a strong market, and there are particular pockets which are growing more than others, but overall the Australian economy, it is tough, certainly for the legal market. But Asia is where the opportunities are. There's a lot of excitement, of course, growth opportunities in many Asian countries. We were in the Philippines, which is part of the ASEAN economic grouping, or will be in 2015. That'll become the 9th largest economic unit globally. 610 million people, tremendous growth opportunities there. Particular interest, I had a bunch of discussions about Myanmar, or as Burma as we would know it. Great opportunities there in infrastructure, in PPP, energy and resources, even in the retail sector. So a lot of growth opportunities, I think, for Australian law firms and Australian corporates generally.
Now, Chris, of course, last year saw the release of our Australia in the Asian Century white paper. I guess, firstly, are we achieving its aims? And, of course, could we be doing more?
Absolutely, I think we need to be doing more. The white paper that was released last year was a terrific paper. It was a very positive initiative that was taken by the government. The framework that was laid out and some of the ideas were, I think, the right ideas. What's lacking, though, is an implementation plan and some specific policies which are being implemented. If I reflect on the time since the policy came out, it's not clear to me that a whole lot has changed. There's a bunch of organisations that are clearly focused on Asia, our law firm included, and many other corporates, but there's a lot who are not, and I think what we need is a clear implementation plan and some clear policies. An example of that was just recently, in the last day or two, I think it's been called the New Colombo Plan, the opportunity for Australians to work overseas for a stint and to have that funded and then to return to an Australian corporate is an example of, I think, a really positive initiative that seems to have been well received in the business community. So more specific ideas like that and tangible ways that our Australian companies can be thinking about engaging with Asia, I think is really important.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for your insights today.
Thanks very much.